Well, welcome to Season 4 of More About Birth. This podcast is intended for educational purposes only. For our full disclosure, please visit us at nc-midwifery.com. Well, we're back with another episode of More About Birth with Shannon and Angie in the studio. So sit back and enjoy this podcast.
Well, we pulled it off. They probably thought we were nuts in Target, walking around being videoed, making fun of things.
I think we were stellar. I mean,
yeah, your little jig down the...
Basically, we should have a career in this.
Your jig down the aisle was classic.
Yeah, I do think we have footage of your little dance moves.
Well, good. I should hope so.
Yeah, so hopefully people will be taking notes.
Classic Angie.
This is one that you can decide, if you may or may not want to watch the video of it.
The video's fun. In fact, Keith, why don't you cue the video? We are going to show you a little bit of our crazy idea to take a shopping trip to Target. I almost said Costco.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's for sure. We went to Target. So the last podcast was kind of heavy. So we thought this time we'd do something fun.
I thought the last podcast was Christmas.
Yeah.
Our last full podcast. Last full podcast.
I think it was
You
Christmas.
brought this crazy deep book that you were reading, and we discussed deep stuff.
Okay.
All right. So we decided to do something fun.
It was Christmas. Anyways, that jolly stuff is so heavy.
Oh, shut up.
Santa.
It wasn't a real podcast. It was just our Christmas thing. Listen. So Angie says, why don't we go to Target and we'll just shop and Keith can film us and we can check out like all these products that are useless and all the ones that are great. Like, okay, let's do it. So here we go.
For the full Target shopping experience, check out the video on our YouTube channel.
Just leave it in.
We're back. We had a good time, you guys. So, Angie, why don't you start? I mean, there are so many products out there that are great. And there are so many products out there that are so useless. I found one that's an absolute classic, but you go ahead and start.
Yeah. Okay, so I would like to start off by saying we're a little bit biased towards simplicity. It's amazing how many gadgets there are available nowadays, and what did the human race do for the first few thousand years?
Yeah, they had a baby carrier and a fur to lay their baby on.
So, so that's kind of a head scratcher to me sometimes. But anyways, just that disclaimer, and also that, we're trying to approach this from like a midwifery standpoint. Like as midwives, what do we see that's useful? What do we see families using that's maybe a waste of money? That type of thing. If you have a favorite gadget, don't be offended. We have our favorites. So everyone does. It's fine. Yeah. But just in general, this is just our opinions.
Okay, like to start it off. There was this thing for a while that was a biggie. It was like a little paddle or a brush that you used in your butt cream. To put it on your baby because everybody's afraid to touch your baby. I laughed at that one. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
as a scoop, sure. But come on, guys.
And we're not just focusing on Target. That's where we shop.
Oh no,
this stuff is available in lots of different stores.
Online. Some of it you can only get online that we're going to show you. But honestly, we just went to Target because Target's always nice and
fun,
low key, and we could do our videoing.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, the shelves were empty.
Yeah, some of it was like
nuts.
Needing to be restocked. Okay, so we're just gonna like kind of reach into our grab bag, and review as we go. So here we go. We have Booby Bar Milk to the Max. So these are postpartum nursing snacks. I have actually tried this brand. I really like it. I think it's yummy. Oatmeal is kind of one of your typical go-tos for increasing milk supply if you're having issues with it. None of this stuff is foolproof, of course, but I happen to like this
It's a good
brand.
nutritious snack.
Yeah, this is like pretty tasty. It's not too sweet. So
And it
I like
has
this one.
sunflower lecithin in it, which is great for preventing clogged ducts.
Awesome.
All right. I have one that is definitely okay, guys, these are the most adorable little booties, right? Little socks that unroll. They're fine. Whoops. I got to get in Keith's view here. They're fine, like before they're washed and you put them on your baby the first time, which I would always recommend washing things because baby skin is virgin and sensitive. But if you don't wash them and you put them on, they work great the first time, but then they shrink to about this big and that wide, and they won't stay on anybody for anything. So
Yeah.
don't waste your money on these.
We were just saying how it's amazing how great even little tiny newborns are at getting their socks off by moving their feet around. And
Do you know why that is?
Tell us.
Because in the womb, your baby is rubbing their little feet together. It's like a soothing comfort to them. So putting them in gowns or little sleepers that don't have feet and leaving their little bare feet out,
Bare feet.
they like to rub them together.
Is that in the
Comforts
womb?
them.
In the womb?
In the
too?
womb.
Is that what that cricket sound is when they rub their feet together?
Yes. But, we were also just saying, we think that parents have a tendency to overbundle their babies.
Yeah, I go like for postpartum sometimes and we've got a onesie on and we've got a sleeper on and we've got a blanket over that and a hat on and this baby's like 100.3.
Yeah.
And babies tend to run in the high 97s, low 98s. That's normal.
Yeah. Obviously, we're great fans of skin-to-skin time for babies
Perfect temp.
all the way up through a month old, longer.
Yeah.
So we love skin-to-skin. We don't think that babies need a ton of clothing going on. All right. Next, here I have got Honest brand baby shampoo and lotion. Now, this is not like my absolute most favorite, but I included it because it's a pretty good natural brand that is available at mainstream stores.
Yeah.
So you don't have to order online. You don't have to go to like the health food store to get these. And they're, very naturally and mildly scented. So I like
lavender?
Yep. I like this
Yeah.
brand when you're in a pinch and need to get something from the regular store.
Yeah, and we're kind of doing that today for the most part. Just what can I go grab locally?
Right. Yeah.
What is this?
We're supposed to pull those out. This is all about
Angie.
natural goodness.
Sure.
These are for the dog. Okay, we're just gonna put those
Sure,
away.
those are
Actually,
for
that
the
was
dog.
one of the favorite things I saw you guys put in the bag today.
Okay, these are for Keith then, actually.
So here's one of my favorites. Not my most favorite fabric, although it feels really nice. It's synthetic. Nowadays, things zip from the top down and from the bottom up. If I had these back in the day, so my youngest child is 23. So it's been a while since I've bought baby clothes for my children, but this would have been great. And notice, no feet, so baby can rub their little toes together. But the zip from the bottom up is a big plus.
Yes.
Easy diaper changes without having to completely undress them.
Yeah.
So think about that one.
Yay for new designs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have got Mommy Bliss Baby Constipation Ease. It contains prebiotics. This is another brand that is great. We like several of the Mommy's Bliss products. And again, it's one of those where if you need something while you're traveling or it's just you need something in a hurry, these are available at like Walmart, Target, Fred Meyer. So they're easy
Almost
to grab.
any store.
This is something that we have used with our youngest because of the Down syndrome. She has low motility in her gut and is more prone to getting constipated. So this is something that we have found to be really useful, and this is a good brand when you needed something.
Yeah,
so.
I like the Mommy Bliss. Can you hand me that Haka, please, in the front there?
Yes.
I'm sure most of you have seen the Haka by now. This is like one of the greatest things they invented. So back in the day, and yes, I'm getting old. So 40 years ago, if you had something like this, it looked like a glass mason jar that you had heated in your Wow, what happened to this thing?
Yeah, that one looks a little funny.
It sure does. Got a dust on it.
A coating.
A coating. So this literally just pops onto the breast like this. It hangs there. It has enough of a suction that it catches milk. Literally, back in the day, we would heat a mason jar, put it up against you. As it cooled, it would cause a suction and do the same thing. But this is amazing. It's great for, I can't figure out the right way to go here, Keith. It is great for when you're engorged. It's great for just catching drips if you want to happen to have a bottle ready for an emergency. So after that, they came out with the Haka Ladybug. And these are pretty impressive too, if you can get them open. So the hockey puck. The Haka Ladybug just fits inside your bra, and look, it looks like a little ladybug. It's cute. Has an opening. You just go like this, put it over the nipple. It stays right in your bra, and it catches all the milkies. Super cool thing. I think every mama should have one of these.
All right, and speaking of nursing, I grabbed a nursing cami. So you can get these at Target. I really like this. This has been one of my favorites. It's soft. It's got the nursing clip on it, and I think that especially in the early days, having a real nursing top that's made for that is pretty nice.
It's handy because you're still trying to get the hang of things, yep. And baby's getting the hang of things, and trying to have something that you pull up or over doesn't stay, and it just makes things tougher.
Yep.
So here's my things that we found. I don't know. I love the Frida brand. I can't find the darn thing right now. I love the Frida brand, like the nose Frida.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, it's
lots
like
of people like these.
Little suction to clear out baby's nose. It doesn't get in your mouth, but you kind of suck on the little tube, and it's a very gentle way to clean out their nose. Super cool. Okay, then they have all these other things, and I saw this and I went, "Are you kidding me?" Sorry, Frida baby,
this is a
but
head scratcher.
3-in-1 nose, nail, and ear picker. What the heck?
I'm not even sure what's going on here.
Don't be picking your baby's ears. And yes, I see that it has a guard so that you can't, go too deep.
This looks like a tool to be working on your car with. Like, I don't even know.
I don't know.
This is.
And
this gets one of these.
Yeah, I'll give it one too. I don't know. It says dry boogers under the nail, dirt, and earwax. That's a definite no-no.
If you walk through these baby aisles with like your 1700s goggles on, I'm sorry to say this, companies, but we don't need like 99% of this stuff. It's just nuts.
No. But like I said, Frida Baby is a great brand. They have this incredible Peri bottle for afterwards to rinse your bottom with, because things are tender and you don't want to, wipe. You just want to pat dry after you rinse. And, the old school ones are just straight and you just have to try and hit them in the right spot. The Frida, and Target was completely out of them because they are such a good product, have a little nozzle on the end that sticks out this way so that you can actually hit where you're aiming for. So I love that baby Frida.
Yep.
Yeah. Or Frida Baby.
All right. What do I have left in my bag here? Oh, another postpartum favorite or an anytime favorite.
A must.
Chocolate.
Good protein if you get the cashew butter kind and the dark chocolate.
Yep. So this is a favorite brand, and chocolate just needs to go in a, Oh, and we put this little basket up here. This was Shannon's little basket, but I don't know. I just think every postpartum mom needs a
basket,
cute little basket by their bedside with all their goodies. So
snackies,
we'll stick our chocolate
and baby
in there.
Stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. What else you got in here? Oh, nothing. Well, how about you tell us about these?
Okay. So we grabbed these.
Another worthless item.
These are kind of akin to the little sockies that we just showed you, but I don't know, guys. Another thing, like, babies honestly don't really need their heads kept warm if they're, being taken care of properly, and these just never stay on. They don't. Like,
They're too short. They're too wide.
Short. Yep.
If you make baby hats
useless.
for when they're teeny tiny, like maybe when they're sleeping to have one on, sure. When you go outside, worthless.
Yeah, that's kind of not our favorite.
I'm kind of on the fence about this one. Again, Free to Baby brand. So we've talked to you before about what to do about cradle cap. So we just tell you to take one of these tiny little baby combs after you've put coconut oil all over baby's head, put a hat on him overnight. In the morning, turn that comb sideways and just kind of lift the crusties off. So this could be a good thing. I don't know.
Also just use a baby toothbrush. You don't really need a stand for all this gear.
Well, then it has this nice little soft brush, which actually they're really good for washing baby's hair right after they're born. If you have your baby in the hospital, usually they'll give them a bath, and they use one of those little orange sponges with the soft stuff like this on the inside. If you're at home, we give you a soft little spongy. So it's not necessary to buy this, but that's kind of cool that they have something finally for cradle cap. Angie, you were big on these. What do you think?
Okay, so we found these washable cotton nursing pads. If you're a person who needs and uses nursing pads, I 100% recommend the reusable ones. I think they are so much more comfortable. And it's not a bad idea to have these on hand before baby's born, because even if you don't need them for excess milk supply, sometimes you need them to cover up like your nipple cream or whatever you're putting on your nipples if
Keep
they're getting
ruining
sore.
your bra.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. From my experience, I just think that reusable
Target
ones
has
great.
a pretty good display of nursing bras, like the comfy, stretchy ones.
Yes.
And nursing tanks. It's probably a good place to look. In fact, they have this product. It's called a Bella Band for during pregnancy, but it works great after too, because you can't quite fit back into your pants yet, or you can't quite fit into them in early pregnancy, but you're not ready for any maternity pants. This is a nice, soft, stretchy band that just kind of holds your pants up and lets you have them open a little. It would be great for after also.
Yeah. So we did include these disposable diapers over here. Again, not my absolute most favorite, but it's kind of a chlorine-free, fragrance-free go-to for, like I said, when you're traveling or when you're in a pinch, you need to grab something. I have found these to work pretty well.
Are they pretty absorbent?
They're very absorbent. They're fantastic as far as their performance goes. But obviously, we prefer like cloth diapers or the Honest brand, the 7th generation brand, that type of thing.
There's some great brands that they're selling online now that you can only get online.
Yeah, there's a ton of great options online. There are even
and they do tend to be more expensive, but you get what you pay for.
And there are even biodegradable disposable ones if that type of thing is important to you. But when you need something and you have to get something mainstream at a mainstream store, I like this brand when you can't find some of the more natural ones. At least it's chlorine free.
I grabbed just a short tip safety first thermometer for baby. Under the arm is probably the best way to do it. A lot of people have forehead scanners, and if you don't have a really good quality one, they're not very accurate.
Yeah.
Also, people don't do rectal temps anymore. They don't sell mercury thermometers anymore, which is a good thing. But what I see a lot is people will get at their shower like a little ear thermometer. You cannot get an accurate temperature with an ear thermometer in a newborn. Their ear canal is just too short and too tiny. It won't it won't fit in there properly. So just use this type under the arm.
I agree. Those simple ones are the best.
So we had a good laugh walking down the aisle where they had bottles. We're like, okay, I did bottles with my first one. You have to have a degree anymore in order to choose a bottle. Yeah. So I would say the anti-colic bottles and anything with a nice wide base is going to be most like Mama. The nipples that have like just the short straight tip are not shaped like Mama, and they teach your baby to suck on the bottle more like a straw instead of the compression and swallow routine. So, I mean, obviously it's good not to give them a bottle right away if you're planning to, even just so that you get the nursing established well. But if you plan on using bottles, try and find something with a wide base, and the anti-colic ones are pretty good. So we've got a few things here that you cannot just walk into the store and purchase.
Oh, yeah. We have a list of some other things.
I'm going to grab these things. A lot of colic products for baby. You can order this online at Mountain Meadow Herbs. This is Tummy Aid. And I feel like it is a great go-to. It's natural, like fennel, chamomile, catnip. Totally safe for baby. Mountain Meadow Herbs brand.
Nice.
Made for babies. This product is the best bum cream I have ever found. So I have been using this on my kids for 31 years.
Whoa.
And it stays in my house since then because now I use it on the grandkids, and it's great for burns. It's great for rashes. It's great for chapped lips, but it's an herbal cream and they sell it on Amazon.
Nice.
You want to talk about hemorrhoids afterwards? And
yeah, you can. We've talked about this so much, you guys, but you can never go wrong with Arnica cream.
It's the WD-40 for your body.
It is. You can use it for aches and pains. You can use it pregnancy, post-pregnancy. It's great for, like Shannon said, hemorrhoids. It's great for baby, for afterbirth swelling,
cap it on their
bruising. It is just, every home should have some
Kids
of this.
that beat their knees on the coffee table, moms that run their toe into the corner of the bed. It's great
just
stuff.
everything. Yep. So Arnica, everybody
You
should
can
have
order
some.
that on Amazon now also.
Yep.
And then you had some things on a list that we saw in Target and kind of looked at, but we didn't purchase.
Yeah, so I didn't see there. I think Target normally carries, and we've talked about this before, but the brand Boob Ease, which is a play on words, but it is a nipple cream that's totally natural. Unlike the lanolin, you don't have to totally make sure every drop of it is off before you nurse baby. So it's great for those early days if you're having any soreness. We talked about the swaddle blankets. So we're fans of the larger muslin swaddle blankets that are large. The tiny little flannel ones are good for maybe a burping rag
or to lay down over wherever they're sleeping in case they spit up. You can just wash it instead of the sheet.
But they're kind of useless for actually swaddling.
They're just too small. So the muslin ones honestly are great because they're so big. You can swaddle baby and you've got enough of a tail on the end that you can actually tie a knot in it.
Yeah.
And then their feet stay warm, but they can still have their little feet bare and rubbing together.
Do they have an adult version of that? It looks cozy.
Shannon's an expert at the baby burrito.
The baby burrito.
We can also, you've seen the swaddles with the Velcro. I find that for newborns, they're too sloppy.
Yeah.
They're not tight enough until they're probably about 8 pounds. I don't know. Maybe you can buy them in smaller sizes now. I haven't looked.
I don't know. Some people love them. I personally was never a fan of those Velcro-y ones, but some people swear by them. So
yeah, and you know what? We're not bashing anything you would choose. We're just telling you what our favorites are.
Yep.
And what our mom's favorites are that they've shared with us.
Yep.
Anything else on your list?
I think that's more or less it. We did say we both, as we walked by, we saw the little the mesh teethers that you can. We both like those. Those are obviously not for newborns. Please don't feed your newborn food and that. But they, they have the open and close and the little mesh, so you can do your own, stick your own.
You know
food
what I
in
liked was, in addition to the net one, is it's got the popsicle holder, and then it has an oval little silicone top that fits on it. And you can put just about anything in it. You can put crushed ice in it or whatever, and they can chew on it, and it makes it
porous.
No, it's not. It's just
for cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to say, does it have a hole in the top? I can't remember. It's almost 2.5 now, so it's been a while. But also, we had talked some about just postpartum munchies and good snackies for moms, because every time you sit and nurse, you should be having a snack. You should be drinking something. You need more calories nursing than you did pregnant. This is a book that I really love. It has all kinds of recipes for energy bites, protein balls, protein smoothies. You can make a bunch of smoothies up and freeze them in bags and then just sit them in a cup to thaw, because we know you're not going to have a lot of time to do this with a nursing baby. Make your protein bites up ahead of time and freeze them. And then you've got quick snacks for nursing.
The title of this is Raw Energy for anybody who can't see it.
Raw Energy by Stephanie
Tourles.
Sounds like it. Tourles. She's the author of Organic Body Care Recipes.
Nice.
So yeah, this podcast is kind of one you're going to want to watch more so than just listen to. Besides that, then you get to see Angie do her happy dance down the aisles at Target.
Oh yeah.
Give us a little of that.
I can't.
She can't do it now. We're out of the mode.
Let's pan over to Keith there. He's doing it. Yeah. Woo!
Don't do that. Don't do that again. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Love it.
All right. So, hope this was helpful. And if you guys have any products that you really love,
yes,
email us so that we can share those also.
Or share publicly in the comments section. We would love to check those out.
That too. All right. We will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Well, thanks for joining us for another More About Birth podcast with Shannon Bennett and Angie Hansen. This podcast is intended for educational purposes only. For our full disclosure, please visit us at nc-midwifery.com. See you soon.